Hi everyone. I had an amazing thought while traveling, and that thought gave me an idea to speak about 3F. Yes, fear, flaw, and failure. In this world, no one would like to have even a single F, right? Fear, failure, or flaw. And most probably, everyone is trying to be away from all these things. But do you really think that there is a single person without a single flaw or failure or even fear? No, I don't think so, because we all somewhere believe that no one is perfect. And when we really believe that no one is perfect, then no doubt, no doubt, he or she or everyone is having at least one flaw, at least kind of any fear or failure, of course. And I do think that every successful person, every person who has reached certain level in his or her life must have tested at least one failure. And failure can be anything, right? If a kid who is just crawling and trying to stand and then walk, even if he or she falls down, that's a failure. But he just pick himself or herself up and then he continues to overcome that failure, right? All I want to say that we all have it. All I want to say that we all have it, fear, failure, or flaw. We just have to work upon it, right? Let's say I have a fear of height, let's say. So I'll tell you my example. So I long time before I realized that I have a fear of failure. Then I thought that what would help me to overcome it. Then I thought bungee jumping can help me, para jumping can help me, paragliding can help me. So I thought let's give it a shot to bungee jumping, and then I just did it. You can see the shot which I have uploaded in my channel, and the moment I jumped, that one step was one of the most beautiful step of my life, right? So don't you think that having a fear is also a great thing? Because if I have a fear which is giving me a feeling of shit, right? On the other hand, while overcoming that fear, the state, the blissful state we suddenly have in ourselves, in our life, that fascinates us, right? So instead of thinking a lot about fear, that I have a fear of height or any kind of fear, if I can think of that, okay, what may be the solution? The solution is to have a help from someone. Let's say, what were the things I needed to do bungee jumping? Of course, traveling to Rishikesh, doing some payments. Again, we need to spend some money, right, to do the bungee jumping. So collecting that amount of money and traveling to the Rishikesh and just filling that form and then jumping from there, I think these were few steps which were required to overcome that fear. And I think instead of thinking a lot about fear, if we just work upon the steps which I just told you, I think that would be great thing. And that would be something which will help us to enjoy our life a lot. And the same applies to other things. Flaw. I think life is a process where we keep learning, right? So flaw, when we believe that life is a process where we keep learning, and if we keep learning, life would be easy. And for that, what would we do? Keep understanding ourselves, and take out what are the things where do I lack. For example, if I have been to any interview, if I have been to any particular exam, if I have been to anything which I want to do, and if I couldn't do that, it means there must have been a lack in me. See, this is something which will happen only if we take the responsibility of our lives in our hand, right? And if we believe that no, it's always wise to blame ourselves instead of anything or anyone else for any particular failure, then only it would help us. We will try to go within, the more we will get awareness about ourselves, and that will help us to understand what are the flaws exist inside us. And then if we work upon that, definitely our life will improve, definitely the chances of failure will decrease. Let's say anything, I am lacking at communication, I'm lacking at creativity, I'm lacking at leadership quality, I'm lacking at any particular skill, then that's my flaw. And if that's the flaw, there are solution, and if there are solution, then that can be worked upon, and we can do that. Similarly, the failure, I think, let's talk about the failure happens because of flaw or fear, or both. And I think if you look at any failure, see, I have seen that, right? You can talk a lot about a billionaire or millionaire losing some money in a stock market. That's his or her failure. And you can also look at a baby who is crawling and trying to stand, but he or she falls down. That's also a failure. But again, both of them have to work upon where they lacked, and with the passage of time they will get what? The strength, the ways to overcome that. So I do think that failure comes to teach us something. And see, what's failure? So I'll share my example of SSB. So I failed in SSB for 3 times. But I can't say that I failed it. I think that taught me a lot, right? That taught me a lot, and I'm grateful to those non-recommendations, because afterwards I think the way I got to know about myself and the way I improved myself, that's a different thing. So if I would have got recommendation, there was sure thing that I have to do that, right? I know the life would have been more fascinating. But at the same time, if we look at the bigger picture, then now I do have n number of options, just because that option I didn't have. So I think the time is to explore as many things as possible and get the things which really fascinates me, which really excites me. And for that, I think that's another time has come. And then I think it's amazing, right? These 3F thought came to me, and I just wanted to express myself, and then I talked for almost 10 minutes, and that's a beautiful thoughts, I would say. 3F formula, I have named it, and I think everyone has it. I think everyone should have this 3F in their mind, and they should keep working upon themselves, and then soon I think it will help us. It will help us to understand how we are improving and how we can improve in our life. Thank you so much.